Hello, so we're going to look at the triple physics paper 2 predicted paper based on the 2002 AQA guidance. So this first question is about pressure and also about hydraulics. So some mountain bikes use liquid filled pipes to transmit the force from the rider's hands on the brake lever to the brake pads. These brakes are called hydraulic brakes. Draw a ring around the correct answer to complete each sentence. Liquids can be used to transmit the forces in a brake system because liquids, okay, so this one we're looking for are incompressible. So you can use liquids in hydraulics because you can't compress them. So if we look back at this diagram here, so as soon as we press this brake lever here, it's going to push down here, which is going to compress this liquid, but because this it's going to put a force on this liquid, and because this liquid can't be compressed, it is then going to press onto there. So you can see that there are some gaps here and here where there is no liquid. But by pushing down on here, those gaps will be filled, which will then make the brake pads push on the spinning brake disc, and that's how hydraulics work. The pressure in a liquid is transmitted in all directions. When a rider's hand pulls on the brake lever, the force F is applied to the liquid by the master piston is 80 newtons. Okay, get a highlighter and let's get those numbers in units. And we've got 15 millimeters squared. The cross-sectional area of the piston is 50 millimeters squared. Calculate the pressure, box the thing that you are trying to find, in newtons per millimeter squared. Okay, so normally we would look at this millimeters and we'd be like, oh, right, we've got to change that to meters. But this actually wants it in newtons per millimeter. And that gives us a clue about the equation as well. We're going to be dividing the force by the area, but because it's newtons / millimeters squared. But let's go to the data sheet. So we want a formula that has pressure, we've got a force, and we've got an area. So on the data sheet, we can just look for the word pressure. So let's have a look. Pressure. Okay, pressure due to the column of the liquid. Height, no, so it's not that one. Pressure, here, so it's this one. Pressure is force divided by area. So, FIFA, pressure equals force divided by area. Let's just check we've got that right. No, we should have a lowercase p and uppercase a. We must keep it the same way it shows on the data sheet. Pressure is force divided by area. So we can just then input these values. So pressure is going to be the force, which is 80 divided by 50. We don't need to change it because it wants in newtons per millimeter squared. Let's load up that calculator. Even if you think it's easy, get the calculator. So 80 over 50 gives us 1.6. To check it, 80 over 50 is 1.6. So 1.6 newtons per millimeter squared. The unit newtons per millimeter squared is not the usual unit of pressure. Which unit is normally used when calculating pressure? The answer is pascals. All right, question 1, nice and straightforward.